to continue this journey of learning about self-awareness through tools, or teaching self-awareness, or having the students understand self-awareness through these tools, I'm going to continue with the tool Penzu. Now, just a warning, Penzu is not single sign-on with Google. I do like the tool. It is a journaling tool, so this would be something that would be reflective. The students could keep a journal based on the perspective of a student, of a character, a person, a individual from a time period. They could also speak as inanimate objects and give that thing a voice, and then give their perspective from their own perspective. But it also could just be a straight out reflective journal if you wanted the students to have a journal for their classroom. Yeah, so it's called Penzu, and like I said, it's not single sign-on, so they wouldn't use their Google account. They would have to register for an account. They would use their Google email, but they would have to set it up themselves. I have already set up an account, and basically I just had to put my name in there and a password. I deselected the box that said send me information, so I didn't get any spam. So again, that's just the warning that this is not a single sign-on Google. Okay, so this is Penzu. You can see up here that penzu.com is where you can go, or you can just look for PNZU. I already created the login like I told you. And so now I'm just going to sign in. Here is the journal that I didn't even create it. It just automatically did it based on my Google information. So I'm going to click on my journal, and it's going to take me into that, and I can put my first entry. Now, as the teacher, you can give the student the prompt and have them type it in there. So how I compare to ... whoever you want to have in there. How do I compare to, you know, someone in our current time? How do I compare to a character in a story? How do I compare to someone in our past, in our history? And in this, it's saved, save now. I have to click that, so it's not an automatic save. Shows the time, date, stamp, all that kind of stuff. I can get a prompt from Penzu. If you click on that, it'll generate some random prompt that the student could write on, so you could also utilize it as that. And then I can create a time capsule. So it's something that I want buried to look back on at some point. We have the tag option. So basically what that does is add tags to things so you can search it. That might be a paid option. I really don't need to search that. We could look up things based on entry. Entry name is a good way of doing that. I could also insert an image. I could upload it, or I could paste image URL. And a lot of times if you go to like a Google image search and you click on an image, if you right click on that image, you can get the image URL, copy it, and then paste it in here to use it. So now all I have to do is click in here and start typing. It's keeping track of how many words I have up here. As I'm going along, like I said, I can insert images. I can also format the text options there by just clicking on that letter, and alter it based on whatever I choose. And then go back to what I had. So you could continue to type and insert things as needed. So it has to be smaller than 5 megabytes. Good to know. That was a video, and it was a small video, but still it was bigger than 5 megabytes. So yeah, so that's something that you could, the students could plan for. The pasting of an image might be a little bit of a better idea. So if I click on a new tab and I do an image search for llamas, find an image, right click on that and copy image address. Let's see what happens. Let's explore. Now, some settings that I wanted to point out to you. I'm on the home page of my journal, and I can only have one journal in the free version, but I can create multiple entries in that. You also have a thing where you could view the entries, which is that one, journal settings, and then I could lock my journal. So if I wanted this to be a personal place for me to go. Now, when I do click on the journal, it's going to take me there and I can type. Mostly I'm just going to use this to type. I did get it to insert an image. So if I'm going back to one of my old entries, put a prompt in there for me. I can insert an image, but I would have to go to add photo. It seems to work a little bit better. Let's see what it does with this image. And it's going to spin for a bit. It's going to upload it right there, and then I insert, and it puts it into my portion of writing text there. You could add links. The students could add links. They could add special font changes in there. They could format it differently. It's just kind of a writing journal. That's all basically it is a word processing option that it has it in a journal format. Now, if I click on this gear, it's going to take me to a bunch of stuff with my journal. So my journal theme, font size, cover, color, pattern, whatever I want there. Settings. Some things you can't change because it's paid. And export. You cannot export it to a PDF unless you have the paid account. But you can, through the ... here on your journal, you can go in and you can share and you can print. And actually, I think if your computers, your students' computers have this, you can print a PDF. So I could automatically save it as a PDF if I wanted to turn it in, and the students could submit it through Google Classroom or Canvas or whatever we're using for our learning management system. But you can also, and this is not a popular way of sharing things, is if I share it with someone via email, they have to have a Penzu account too. So they could share it to the teacher that way. You could also share via public link, which means now it's going to be public after I generate this link. So you might want to think how you're going to do it. You might want to train your students to just go here and print and then make it a PDF. Because if I hit export, it's going to say, hey, get a more expensive account and that kind of stuff. So that's all it is basically. I love Penzu, but I just don't like the fact that it's not connected to Google, and that there are so many things that are basic that you can't do because it's a free version. But I can get around it. Like I said, you could print as a PDF and you could get around that whole export share problem. So that's Penzu and all the other tools as well. Penzu can be used in any of these other ones, not just self-awareness, but I chose to kind of introduce it in the self-awareness area.